flat, like horizontal to the ground, flat, versus this, that's not flat, or that's not flat. That was a little too high maybe. So, you can try it with me. You'll see what I'm saying. You'll feel what I'm talking about. All you do is, it's just a pendulum behind your back. All you do is, I have a series of sequences in opposite direction like this. So both behind, both in front, right back, left back, both behind, both in front, right back, left back, both behind. But the both behind one, I can't really ever see because it's behind me. So I never know how it looks until I see it on video later. And then I'm like, that sucks. So it needs practice. First of all, I would just get this with each hand in front of the body. All you do is just the pendulum. And I would do it with each hand alone until you could most of the time get it pretty flat for like 20 in a row, where you're basically keeping the arm in the same place and the whole entire thing is being propelled by your fingertips and wrists rather than really arm motion. And then do it with your other hand. Same thing. Okay, by flat, do I mean if the ball is stopping at the same height on both sides? Well, that's not precise enough because this would be the same height on both sides, but that's not flat. So the idea is that the line created between the point at which you're grabbing the poi and the ball is parallel to the ground. That would be how I would describe flat. You're doing a pendulum and you're stopping at the flat point. So you're basically making a semicircle along the bottom that stops at the diameter. Like, so if you look at it as, if you look at this whole circle here, if you take the top half and you ignore it, you're looking at the bottom half and you're going flat from here around the curve, flat to there, with the same pivot point the whole entire time. So my hand stays in the same place. And then you want to do that with both hands. And I would start with the two front ones. And then you could do them in same time, same direction like this. Or you could do them in same time, opposite direction. You could do them in split time, but I think it's easier to just start with the same time ones. And then once you get those, you got to do these guys, which I find much more difficult to do and keep the hand like still. It's just that in one, especially behind the head, I find much more challenging. And then especially with my left hand. Yes. It doesn't feel that way to me. This feels like a 90-degree angle. So it's more shallow than that, or I guess it depends on how you're measuring the angle. So one thing that's really helpful is the Pilates thing that we've never done before. So Pilates is based on Pilates, where you're engaging the powerhouse muscles to help hold and engage your core, which helps support your shoulders, which helps support your arms. So at the basic, I would say it's earlobes over shoulders, over hips, over heels. So we were talking recently about your turtling thing. This is very anti-turtling. You're looking up and you're engaging, your knees are soft, you're engaging your core muscles, you have a little bit of a pelvic tilt going on. And then from that position, you want to be able to take your hands up like this. But then, now for some people, when they bring them up, it's like this, right? In line with the frame of the body versus this, behind the body. And there's a difference between this and this and this. These are all different levels of distance from the body. Not everybody has that flexibility. So one thing that you can do to help yourself is start with that, but make sure that you're still engaging so you don't hurt your lower back as you're doing these back openers to get comfortable with those pendulums. Doing these is helpful. Doing these is helpful. Doing these while your hands are back here, or while you're focusing on your elbow and focusing on trying to aim the elbow back here as opposed to here, right? You're focusing on that. I find that that can really help gain awareness in those muscles to help you learn how to engage them more appropriately as you're doing the exercise. And then on a practical, you'll actually use it level, just doing the drills. You could do these also, where you spin the poi and then, so you know this guy, the basic stall drill, right? All you do is just alternating split time stalls. You could do the same thing, alternating split time stalls back here to help you get more awareness back there, and then also practice trying to stall these at flat, which you can see mine are not doing great, but that's Organized Chaos 5.